Well, this is kind of an awkward moment, isn't it? This is my scenery for my vlog today to you guys. Look at that. Look at it. Would you just look at it? Friends, Brian here. Sorry I'm a little disheveled. Was at the gym, did my cardio, had my breakfast, and now I'm going to do a vlog. Now, guys, I'm going to talk today about anxiety, and I know a lot of people are like, dude, this is a music channel. Like show us something on guitar, wail on the guitar, do a reaction video, talk about music, something. Yes. I've had a lot of people I've met through our YouTube community here, on the comment section, on my Patreon, who have had issues with anxiety, and I am no stranger to it. I have lived with it my whole life, and I would say the past 8 years have been the worst, having to be medicated, not medicated, and a lot of people are interested, and they want to hear what I have to say. Now, to tell the whole story, I would have to make a video that's 3 hours long, and that's not fair to you guys. I'm going to make shorter videos talking about it. And today we're just going to talk about a simple thing. Now, before we get going, I am a grown man. I take responsibility for all my bad decisions in life. I don't have my hand up saying I'm a victim. I've made bad choices. I own my choices, and I move forward with my life. Also, I am not a doctor, a therapist, or a psychotherapist. I am a guitarist. So, I am not giving medical advice here. I'm only talking about my experiences and what I feel has worked for me. So, consult a professional. Don't take my advice. And also, in the spirit of being honest and transparent, people will say to me, well, besides YouTube, what do you do? Well, my actual business is I give high-end guitar lessons. I've been in the music industry over 30 years, and I've taught thousands of students. I give high-end guitar lessons, not Joe Blow lessons down at the local guitar shop. I have a professional studio, and I give people real guitar lessons, and I give people real results. That is what I do. So therefore, because of how the world is and business is, I have a small Facebook business account strictly for my business. I don't use it for pleasure, for other social purposes. It's strictly for my business. If you happen to find me on there and send me a friend request and I don't accept, it's nothing personal. I love YouTube. I love Patreon. I'm good with email. I have an Instagram account. I don't really use it that much. I'm not into Instagram as much as I used to be. And with doing YouTube, I want to do my YouTube channel, but not have to do a million other social media things to go with YouTube. YouTube, Patreon, a little bit of Instagram, I'm good. So I've had some good personal friends try and friend request me on my business account, and I just explain to them, it's not, I don't use it for that. One of the biggest things I've learned is that for me to take care of myself mentally and emotionally, I have to take care of myself physically. I've never been really into recreational drugs my whole life. Food has been my poison, and I am a foodie. But I find when I'm exercising, I'm working out in the morning, I don't like doing cardio on cardio machines. I like hiking trails in the nice weather. Hello, my friends. Finished my workout in the gym, and just doing some trail work. Getting back in the routine, you know what I'm saying? Well, this is kind of an awkward moment, isn't it? How are you doing, buddy? Come here. How are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Have to zoom. Hi. It's okay. Facebook. Why do I have a problem with Facebook? Why do you think? Well, if you've ever seen the movie The Social Dilemma I think it's on Netflix, there's a bunch of documentaries now about social media and how you have to be careful. It gives you an instant benefit. Hey, I haven't seen Charlie and Angela in 20 years. Now I can connect with them and keep in touch with them on Facebook. Okay, cool. Or my long lost, Uncle Jed, who taught me my first D chord on guitar. There he is. He's living out in the Ozarks. I can send him a message and we can talk guitar now. Okay, great. But it comes with a price. It's called information mining. So what they're doing is they're getting information about you. As soon as you punch in, pretty much where you live, what your interests are, where you work, what pages you follow, what music you like, what your hobbies are, you're going to start getting targeted ads. And that information about you is not just conducive to Facebook. That information starts going around. It can be bought. That's the first reason I don't like Facebook. I've had some weird things happen with targeted ads over the past few years where I'm like, yeah, this is just freaky. So watch The Social Dilemma. You'll understand more on that. Next thing, Facebook, why I don't like it. I find Messenger very, very invasive. So if people can see that you're online, maybe you've had a bad night, you're not sleeping well, you're trying to relax, just watch a documentary or something, and all of a sudden someone says, hey, what are you doing up? How's it going, buddy? You're put on the spot to have to give up your time and have a chat. Nobody likes, although I can do it quite easily now, but nobody likes saying, hey man, sorry, I'm busy, or I just find it invasive, or you have someone sending you like all kinds of like, I don't know. I just don't like Messenger. I find it very, very invasive. I got another person parking beside me. What the hell is this? So I've got a guy driving around. He's really interested in my business. It's really weird. Small towns, eh? Can't even vlog for your YouTube channel. Next thing is, when there's some people out there that you don't like, and you can control, some people feel that, well, I have to have this person on my Facebook because, I don't want to offend them, or there's going to cause drama, or they're going to email me or be weird with me if I take them off my friends list. I've run my own businesses. I've been in those situations. I just don't do that with people anymore. When I had my realization, I just shut my Facebook down. I have a very small account. That way, I don't have to worry about offending anybody. Next reason, the world has changed, and I don't like to use the word as to why the world's changed the past couple of years. Because I don't want to offend the YouTube algorithm, I'm going to use the word, the world has gone through a slowdown. But even before we got into the slowdown where people are arguing about their stance on certain medications and this and that, before that, people use Facebook to post rants. Their problems could be legitimate, like my Uncle Jerry has cancer, I'm starting a GoFundMe account for him. Or maybe it's someone who's like, I bumped my ankle on the table the other day a little bit, and just that gives me like little bits of like pain, like little waves of pain every now and then. I have to take an Advil, and I'm really struggling over here. I'm really struggling. Whether the problems are big or legitimate, or they're not, they're trivial, whatever, people still post their problems. People post their rants. And, the past few years, it's really gotten bad with people fighting, and it's just a mess. So I don't know if you guys have ever woken up and been thinking like, man, I'm ready to take on the day. I'm feeling really good. And then you look at your Facebook feed and you're reading everyone's problems, all the negativity, all the fighting, politics. I have some friends that all they want to do is talk about politics. And if you don't necessarily agree with their stance on things, it puts you in a bad situation, because if you get into that conversation, somebody loses. Somebody's going to be ticked off, and it can end friendships. Where when I'm in those situations, I'm like, hey man, I just don't want to talk about it. Let's just hang out. Let's just talk about music or working out or, something cool, but some people, they have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until it just gets too weird for me. And then, I have some people, all they do is post political stuff on their Facebook. And it's like, look, I don't need that rammed down my throat. So also, we've all had those friends that are friends with people that we don't like. I've had some good friends, friend request me with my new account, and I've had to explain to them, and I say, I use it for business. I don't use it for that. And you have so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so on your friends list, and I just don't want to see their BS in my feed, in your comment section. We've all had that. You know what it's like. You see your Facebook feed, and then you have a friend who's a friend with that one person that you can't stand, or never understand why they're friends anyway, because all that person does is badmouth your friend behind their back all the time. And then you got to see their BS in the comments. That's another thing that drives me nuts. When two people don't like each other, or one person doesn't like the other, but they pretend to be best buddies, and the comments and how they interact. I hate that stuff, guys. That drives me frickin' bananas, that two-faced stuff. Friends, let's face it, we all have a past. We've all been in relationships that we've regretted. Maybe some of you have people in your past that still have an unhealthy interest in your business, that creep you all the time. On Facebook, if you make personal posts about where you are, or what you're doing, or who you're with, or who you're dating, there's going to be some people on that Facebook who are supposed to be your friends who are normally sharing your business with those people, and that's not cool. Guys, I could go on with a really much longer video, but you get the gist of why I just don't like Facebook. There's too many negatives about it. There's some good to it, but there's too many negatives. Again, guys, if you ever find me on Facebook, it's strictly for my business. I don't use it for the social elements, and there's other ways to have me on your social media, like Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, email. I just don't use Facebook for that. It's strictly for my business. Guys, I have found I had a point late last year, I saw so much BS, and scrolling through my Facebook feed gave me so much grief, stress, and ruined my mood. I became very aware of it, and I was like, man, this is not good for mental health. I had a bigger Facebook account. I closed it down. It offended a few friends, contacted me and said, hey, did you block me? And I have to say, no, I shut that account down. I don't use it anymore. So, very small account. I don't have to read people's BS, and I just find life is a lot better when it comes to anxiety and mental health. I hope that helps you. It's your business. It's just my take on it. But that is why I do not like Facebook. It is not good for mental health. Just my opinion. Remember, practice hard, but practice smart. We'll see you soon.